Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a timeless reading for the collective, so whenever you come across this video, however you come across it, it's the right time for you to be getting this message. And we've been going through our mega deck, pulling one card every day randomly from every deck that we've done all this year on this channel for all the cards that have never been pulled in any of those readings. We've been going through and we're going to go through every single one of those cards randomly, one by one, one at a time, every morning. So welcome so much for returning friends that have been here before. Settle back, have your tea, coffee, whatever your beverage of choice is. And for new friends, feel welcome in this space, please. This is a safe space. You are invited to like and or subscribe if you feel so inclined. I don't get any money from these videos, but that does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find these videos and find the channel as well when they're looking for similar kinds of inspiration, guidance, confirmation, and divine wisdom and messages being channeled. So we are looking at the Crystal Grid Oracle deck by Nicola McIntosh today, and today's card is card number 44, and we'll talk about that number in a minute, representing growth. And our stone at the center here is a quartz stalactite, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. We've also got some regular quartz in here, some lapis lazuli and selenite in our grid, and this looks very much like a fruit of life grid. I see the octagonal geometric figure in the crystals itself as well as the grid behind it. So number 44, we know that reduces down to an 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. I've always been kind of, I love seeing the number 4 because on a computer keyboard, the number 4 is also where you find the dollar sign. So anytime I see repeating numbers of 4s, and I see a lot of 444s and 44s like this, coming across my world vision all the time. So it's fun. Anytime I see those, I kind of giggle a little bit, as you heard. So anyways, 44 is an auspicious number. It's a very productive number. It's a very blessed, abundant, successful number. Okay, we know 8 is the number of infinity. You turn an 8 on its side and it's the infinity symbol. So 8s are also extremely sacred, strong, resonant numbers. And all of that represents growth and expansion. Expansion of your talents, expansion of your skills, expansion of your wisdom and knowledge. So growth isn't always comfortable. Remember when we were little and we would have those growing pains, right? So growth doesn't necessarily mean comfort. Sometimes in order to grow, we have to be a little uncomfortable. We have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. My son was just saying that the other day. It cracked me up. He is like the least spiritually inclined person that I know. But this is a phrase that we hear across all sorts of modalities. Getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's what growth is really all about. It's knowing that you've got a goal, you've got a target that you are working on whatever area of your life. And if you're anything like me, you have multiple targets, moving targets, of things that you want to continually improve on and expand into more abundance and more success in your life personally. So whatever this is, get a little comfortable with being uncomfortable, okay? It's all right. You're going to break into a new level of expansion here, a new level of abundance and success. If you're willing to take that step, if you're willing to open that door. You can deny it. You can sit there and sit back and say, no, thank you, no, not for me. I'm not interested in growing. I'm not interested in becoming more abundant, more successful. If that's the way that you're probably on the wrong channel. But this is a channel where all we are doing is encouraging ourselves first and foremost, because if you're not your best cheerleader, You need to reevaluate how you look at yourself. In order for us to be any kind of cheerleaders for anybody else, we have to know how to be the strongest and best cheerleaders for ourselves, so to speak. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the crystal quartz stalactite. And first of all, if you're familiar at all with any kind of geological background, stalactites and stalagmites, at one time I thought they were both stalag, S-T-A-L-A-G. They are not. Stalactites are, I think of it as they're hanging tight to the ceiling. They are the accretions that form, mineral accretions, rock formations, in this case quartz specifically, that grow inside caves from the top, from the ceilings, and they grow down in accretion that way. Stalagmites are formations that grow up from the floor, so they have to be mighty to grow up from the floor. So that's how I always thought of it. Stalactite, hanging from the ceiling, stalagmite, growing up from being mighty, growing up from the floor. So in this case, we are looking at quartz that has formed from ceilings in caves, that is naturally formed in that way. It is known for its powerful ability to draw in high vibrations while uplifting low vibrations. It also acts as a portal to the higher realms, opening up your crown chakra and connecting you deeply with source energy. This crystal is the gemstone embodiment of white spiritual light and will stimulate all of your chakras from the root to the crown, providing powerful amplification for your intentions while inspiring abundant harmony and joy. They are especially potent because they are formed from these stalactites, where we know that quartz, when it normally forms inside of rock formations, it grows. It accretes over time, and so its wisdom and knowledge, the larger it is, the more information it holds. Literally, it's like a data bank, and it is collecting and holding all of the wisdom, all of the life experience of the planet, really. So when we look at this crystal grid here in front of us and look at that center stone, that is the quartz stalactite that we are looking at. And this is actually a solar quartz. And what that is when folks take the stalactite crystal sphere that has formed and slice off small round sections of it. So that's what we've got here in the solar quartz. So if you have any interest in looking that up, if you're not familiar with that specific formation and shaping of quartz. But we know that quartz is an accelerator, it's a generator, it's a conductive stone that has the ability to amplify all energy. So let's take a look in the book and find out what the reading says for our card for today. I also love the violet color, very strong violet color for the crown chakra, as well as I see third eye chakra here with the indigos in it as well. So, and with the lapis lazuli, obviously. All right, so we have got growth, wisdom, and communication as our keywords for the day. Quartz stalactites form over a very long time as water under certain pH conditions in a cave drip and leave mineral deposits hanging from the roof, a stalactite, and drip to the ground below to create a stalagmite. The formation becomes a collection of many little terminations that are stuck to a main shaft or crystal of quartz that point in every direction. A quartz stalactite is a beautiful symbol of growth, represented by the many drops of wisdom that have been accumulated over the millennia. It is a symbol that indicates you are growing from your circumstances, or there is something you need to understand so that you can grow from it. You do not wake up wise. You accumulate knowledge from all of the many situations you find yourself in throughout your lifetime. This accumulation of knowledge makes you stronger as you grow, so you must think and thank every situation that is presented to you, even if you can't see the reason for it at that time. If you remember that things don't happen to you, they happen for you. You can take a step back from a situation and know there is a lesson there from which you can grow. As a collective on this planet, we are all learning the same lessons on different time scales, but sometimes we have lessons or shifts as a group collective. When you are faced with issues, you use collective knowledge to make your decisions on how to move forward, but sometimes if the knowledge is not there or there is too much conflicting information to make a decision, you need to trust your intuition. There's that third eye. Only then can you move forward through uncertainty. The day may never come when you have all the answers, or they may come way too late. So instead, ask yourself how you can grow from your current situation. And our little exercise, and I do encourage you to do this if you have the opportunity. Make the opportunity. Invest in yourself. If you find yourself in a situation you don't understand, ask yourself what you can learn from it and how you can grow. Write down all the ways in which you can see the positives from the situation. If someone you know is going through the same situation, what advice would you give them by looking at it from another perspective, from the outside? This may help you see things in a different light. And we've heard that often as well. Stepping back, looking at it from a third person perspective, looking at it in terms of how would you counsel your best friend? How would you counsel your child or your parent in this same situation? What would you say to somebody that you genuinely cared about, that was important to you? What would you say to them in this situation? How would you counsel them? Maybe you would counsel them to simply step back and take a breath and evaluate the situation. That may be what you would tell them, in which case that's what you need to be telling yourself. So whatever it is that you're going through, these are growth opportunities. Like I said, they aren't always comfortable. As a general rule, they aren't. Growth is messy. Expansion is not tidy. Things tend to drop off. Things tend to be picked up. Sometimes these are things that are helpful. Sometimes they are not. Our job, our mission in life, is to evaluate what we are doing, what we are thinking, what we are saying, and make sure that all of those are in alignment with our integrity, what is true for us. And that's how we become stronger and more resilient, able to deal with those life lesson opportunities. We need to look at them as opportunities instead of obstacles, to look at them as gifts instead of a grind. So that's our reading for the day. I don't have a whole lot more to be added to that. Do take the opportunity to look at whatever the situation is that you're growing through right now and ask yourself, what would be the advice that I would give my best friend, my child, my parent in this situation? Somebody that I adore, somebody that I respect, that I honor. And just remember that you should be feeling all of that for yourself as well. That's the whole point of it. Your best friend is you. Your bestie is yourself. And take care of you first. Put on your oxygen mask before you try to put anybody else's on. Okay? I love you. Have the most amazing, fantastic day. Whatever it is that you're going through, you've totally got this. You are way stronger than you know, and you've always been more than just good enough. Okay? I love you. I know I've said that before, but I'm just going to keep saying it. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Namaste and ciao for now.